All right, Warpig, let me educate you because now I know you ain't a piece of shit and that you really don't do any kind of real work because you don't know the difference between a general contractor and a handyman. So I want the next insurance because I would think that an insurance person or people that sells business insurance would know the difference between a handyman and a general contractor. So let's get into this so we can educate you. A handyman is a jack of all trades when it comes to home repairs. They usually are less expensive than a contractor and can do a wide variety of small projects. That's what I do. That's what I do. Okay, Warpig? And that's what you don't do. Okay? On the other hand, a general contractor, which I also do, is usually hired for larger projects such as home additions or renovations, i.e., subfloor work, i.e., bathroom remodel, i.e., kitchen remodel, i.e., deck, i.e., floors and putting up new walls and framing and things like that. Okay? So, when you decide whether to start a handyman or general contractor business, it's important to consider the scope of the project which you feel comfortable. Okay? So, let's get down to more and more what it's talking about. Handyman. What is a handyman? It is a skilled tradesman who does small projects at home or for homes or businesses, which I do. And if you check out my website, I show proof of doing small projects for homes as well as business, residential as well as business, okay? Their skill sets can usually cover a wider range of trades, tasks, and jobs. Handyman jobs might include home maintenance projects like fixing a leaky faucet. That's what I'm going to be doing Monday, okay? That's what I'm going to be doing for on Monday. Gutter maintenance. That's what I have to do at the other client's house. Basic drywall repairs. But the exact definition of a handyman can also depend on the state that you work in. Okay, and it gives you places like California. Okay? What is a general contractor? Warpig, this is what you're not because you have no proof that you show, which I am. See? General contractor, bathroom, kitchen remodeling, metal roofing, pole barns. Okay. A general contractor is a construction professional usually responsible for coordinating completing a new project or renovation. That's what I do, Warpig, okay? Which you don't do because you have no proof that you do it. The contractor could work independently, which I do, okay? There's projects that I do independently, or hire specialized subcontractors, which I do also. And I've showed all of this recently. I'm not talking about 5-10 years ago. I'm talking about in the last couple of days, and I've been doing it. I've worked with over 10 brothers, 12 brothers to sub out work, anywhere from plumbing to concrete work. That's what a general contractor does, okay? Or hire specialized subcontractors if a project requires more help to perform all or portions of the work. That's what I do, Warpig. That's what I show. If the general contractor works with a team, which I do from time to time, they are responsible for the quality of the work performed by the subcontractors and the timely completion of the construction project. That's what I do. A general contractor is usually responsible for the safety and construction works of the public and for making sure that the project meets building codes and ordinances. What is the difference between a handyman and a general contractor? A handyman is a great option for smaller jobs, such as what I do, such minor repairs, improvements of residence or commercial buildings, which I do. You can check my website. A general contractor usually works at larger projects such as remodeling buildings, new construction, or additions. These projects generally are more expensive and time-consuming than handyman jobs. Okay? So many people call a handyman when they have accumulated a list of smaller repairs at a residence or commercial property. In contrast, they'll call a contractor when they want to begin one large project. See, this is what I do, Warpig. This is what I do. I am both. To take a look at an example below, think about which one seems more typical of the work. See, a general contractor, I've done kitchen remodels. I've done bathroom remodels. I've done additional rooms. I've done rewiring of rewiring. I've done building of decks, which I just had. It just done. And I've done one deck that I did with a, which was like a month ago. I did that deck with a ramp and I showed it. I did that with my daughter. My daughters I did that with. And what does a handyman do? A handyman is a general building maintenance, unclogging pipes, patching holes in walls, replacing repair locks or doors. I do all of this stuff and they hire me to do all of this stuff. Replacing light fixtures inside and outside of the house, replacing doorknobs, things like I do all of that stuff and I get paid well. The minimum amount that I charge at this point in time is $500. I don't come out for less than $500. You see? So you got to understand, Warpig, and I got this information off of Next Insurance. Now, I think that a company that sells insurance would know the difference between a general contractor and a handyman and what it is required to do both. You see, so I'm trying to educate you, Warpig, and then showing you proof of what I do, Warpig. You see? But you have no proof that you do any of these things. You see that, Warpig? You see that? You see that? See, you don't do any of those things. But I do. You see? You see, Warpig? You see Warpig? See, this is me hiring a team. You see, you can look at this information yourself, Warpig. You see? You see Warpig? You see Warpig? You see? You see? I tell you. I love to show this kind of information. Because see, by their fruit, you shall know them. You see Warpig? You see this stuff? See, this is something that you don't know how to do. Something that you don't do. And you have no proof of doing it. You see all that trim work and stuff? You see all that sheetrock and that framing work? You see all that? But no, you see that? You see that, Warpig? You see? You see? You see? Handyman stuff? You see? Kitchen remodels? You see Warpig? See? Doing handyman. See, you see that, Warpig? That's on my website. You see that? You know what he'll probably accuse me of? Oh, you didn't do all that work. You see? That was a kitchen remodel that I did right there, Warpig. See? Subfloor work. I can go on and on, but you get the gist of it. You see? See, this is what he does. Where's your website? Can you at least give me your website, Warpig? It's amazing. I tell you.